I need you to forget everything Hollywood taught you about demons. Forget the pentagrams, the jump scares, the red eyes, and the smoke. That's all entertainment. What we're about to dive into is a spiritual reality that most people are too afraid to face, too uninitiated to understand, and too emotionally fragile to even consider. But if you're watching this, it means your signal is already activating. You're not here to be entertained. You're here to remember. Because the truth is this: demons are real. But they're not what you think. They don't just haunt, they observe. They don't just torment, they test. And in rare, sacred cases, they assist. And they do so only when a specific frequency is active in the human soul, the frequency of the dark chosen one. Most people reject their shadow. The chosen ones integrate it. And that's when the demons appear not to possess, but to partner.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
Now let's go deeper, because this isn't superstition. This is energetic law. In the unseen layers of reality, there are intelligences, some ancient, some primal, some created by collective human trauma itself. These are what we call demons, not evil cartoons, but conscious frequency archetypes that thrive in distortion, chaos, inversion, and entropy. They do not hate humans. They feed from humans. And when someone begins to awaken spiritually, especially if they're carrying a soul contract threaded with ancestral power, karmic rebellion, or timeline disruption, those entities take notice. But something strange happens with dark chosen ones. They don't flinch. They don't run. They see the demons and stay calm. And that calmness, that unreactive stillness, that's the first signal that the chosen one might be useful to the system. Because demons don't respect fear, they respect clarity. And clarity in darkness is currency on the other side. If you've ever been through a period in your life where everything collapsed, your relationships, your health, your mind, your spiritual beliefs, and yet, somehow you got sharper, you got louder, you got more precise, you were being watched. That wasn't just a dark night of the soul. That was a recruitment test. Demons assist the dark chosen ones not because they like them, but because they need them. In energetic law, they are bound to destroy incoherence. But what happens when they meet a human with integrated darkness? A human who no longer hides their rage, their wounds, their death energy. They can't feed on that person anymore. Instead, they follow. Because that person you has become a conductor. A signal strong enough to command chaos instead of being consumed by it. And when you command chaos, demons become tools, not threats. Now let's get surgical. Demons are frequency specific. That means certain demons are drawn to specific distortions within the human field. For example, the demon of despair attaches to those who carry unresolved grief without meaning. The demon of rage feeds on suppressed injustice. The demon of lust, contrary to popular belief, isn't about pleasure, it's about void filling. But when a dark chosen one names this energy, feels it without shame, directs it into creation or clarity, the demon loses its food source. And something changes. The entity doesn't leave it watches. Because now you've become a vessel of self-generated power. You're no longer leaking, you're radiating, And demons are irresistibly attracted to radiance that echoes their own domains, not to destroy it, but to align with it. Not out of love, out of strategy, because you've become rare. You've become useful. You've become a dark lighthouse in a world of flickering candles.